What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me, it's your little homie Dean, here to bring you the Cinematics Top 10 review of BMF Season 1, Episode 1. Now, if you can, go ahead and do me a big favor and hit that like and subscribe button, just so you can continue to get the content. And if you agree or disagree with anything I'm saying, don't hesitate to go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section. I love to talk about this stuff. Now, all right, boom. So we jumping off in Detroit, 1980 something, where you got, the young Demetrius, who is Big Meech, and his brother Terry, who are the kingpins of the Black Mafia family. And I don't know if y'all know Life, but this is the second time that 50 Cent has actually tried to executive produce a show that's actually based off a true story, and that was Life on ABC. I didn't really get into that. It was an alright show, I guess. I just think ABC kind of held it back from what its true potential could have been. But on this one, we do got a wild ride ahead of us. I like how they're not wasting any time with all the. They introduced the mother father dynamic, and that nobody wants their kids to be out here being some hoodlums and all of that stuff. So, but it still doesn't dwell on that too much. Of course, Big Meech get kicked out for having a gun in the house. It wasn't even his gun. It was Terry's gun from a situation that Terry actually brought a gun to a meeting that they had to discuss, corners and sides and everything. They even break down how the corners go. Now, I stayed in Detroit many moons ago for a little while. I got cousins and stuff up there. So that breakdown, does seem quite accurate how, the landscape actually looks and which niggas actually fuck with which niggas. I used to trip off that how cuz you tell me we don't go over there, we won't go over here. So all of that is, pretty, it just seems genuine, to jump it off. I ain't gonna say accurate, I don't know the whole story, but if you know the story of the Black Mafia family, then these boys gotta go nationwide, These are kings of Atlanta at one point, talking about in the first episode, they finna be the kings of Detroit. These motherfuckers basically become the king of the nation, They're going nationwide, distributing to the cities. They're not finna be playing, so this is gonna get bigger than even Ghost or Rock or any of these, Monet. They ain't trying to set up a side of town or set up something in New York. These boys gonna go nationwide out here. And that's just gonna be a fun ride just to see how 50 Cent put this thing together. So now with the family dynamic, Pop's a working man, Mom's a Christian lady, and the boys are still in the house, once they get the hustle started and everything. They actually following an old head who is played by Wood Harris, which is he's called Pat on here. So Pat actually, gravitated, I guess, toward Big Meech, and then Terry kind of came along for the ride. So then they linked up together, got their little stuff going on. Now they're top earners in Pat's little organization or whatever you want to call it. But like always, they're always looking for bigger and better things and want to expand. Common, greed and gluttony. The common denominators in there, all of these shows. So now, Terry already has his girlfriend pregnant. He's getting teased at school by some other guy because he gets pussy. I don't even get that. But they showed that Big Meech, and the family dynamic actually get kicked out the house, but they're making money now. Now they do introduce what I guess to be the antagonist of the whole thing, which is Lamar. Got fresh out of jail, used to outrun all of these blocks and everything like that, but now he can't actually, getting out of jail, he got to reestablish himself. But now it's kind of corny to me a little bit. Big Meech just so be having to fucking on the girl that Lamar loves, even though he been in jail. Just so having the day he get out of jail, don't nobody hear about it, and you gonna be over the house fucking her. Yeah, he pulls up, of course, wanting to see her daughter and all of this shit. So that's gonna, of course, be some janky shit. And actually, he runs over Big Meech and then says him to stay away from his girl. So I don't know, when the pistol play is gonna come in, but I ain't never been ran over in my life. I know the first time it happened to me, though, I know what I'm going to go get, and I'm going to go find him. So I don't know why they just let that go. But that's fine. Hey, beef on the streets, I'm making money. We're going to keep pushing. So now him and his crew, they're basically the 50 boys. So they sell $50 bags of crack all day and night, what Terry said. And they're trying to get their, they got a little crew trying to get their organization together, and they're just trying to keep it, intact. Now, if you wonder why, why they arguing about selling 50, if people ain't buying 50, why don't you just sell them a 20? Why don't you just sell them 25? Because you're trying to keep it cordial. You don't want, well, not cordial is the wrong word. You're trying to keep it established what you're here for. Same way, goddamn it, Gucci don't drop their prices. You don't want the riffraff coming in here. You don't want the Gucci customers messing around with the polos. Polo, you go over there. Gucci, you come over here. So these $50, then, that's Not necessarily just, $5 there. It had a whole fucking park jumping. You know what I mean? If they just selling anything. Now you can't come with us with nothing but 50. That'll keep us doing the same thing that Pat said to him, like you're only blessed with anything that you can handle. You don't want to have too much traffic coming through there trying to catch everything because that'll run you hot. So now they get to arguing with their female in the crew. I forgot her name right now, but yeah. So the female in the crew, she doesn't start Kato. That was her name. She starts dropping the prices and everything, just trying to get some sales. The other dingas in the crew is all hot at this, and they tell her, you know what I mean, you can't be, you know what I mean, deviating from the plan, and that's their little climax moment of them showing that they're bosses and that they're running it, and then they come up with an idea and a scheme to actually go ahead and make some, to try to, get another angle on making some more money. So they say they were gonna cook up all the shake, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of shake they cook it up. You know what I mean? These boys must already be on keys now. But they cook up all the shake, and then they start another process at another location. I'm guessing they talked about it, but at another location so that they can boom up sales. So now, these boys getting money. They're having a big party. About to tell Pat they want to expand. Pat gave them a re-up last week. They already done with it. Pat telling them slow down. Y'all motherfuckers might be moving too fast, running it too hot. Just follow by me. So Big Meech doesn't like any of that. And he's actually trying to make sure that, they can grow at the pace that they want to grow. And, that's anybody in business. You know what I mean? I can't really hate on that. I mean, I really do like how they're acting and everything. I mean, of course, like I said, I don't know none of these niggas, but Big Meech, from the videos and I saying that actually, looks like 50 Cent has done another good job in casting because these boys make it believable. And their brother dynamics, how they talk back and forth to each other, argue. All I got is a brother, so that feels natural to me on how they're doing that. Uh, Complaints, I really don't even have any. It's kind of a really nice setup. I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this crazy guy Lamar and how he's gonna throw a wrench in the system. As far as when they be that crazy, I mean, what? No, they get dealt with. I don't see how they're gonna do a whole season of this Lamar thing. But you see the other crew that they're dealing with, that they're arguing with over territory, and then Terry's arguing with some dude at school on him having a girl pregnant. Like that means something. But other than that, I think it was a good setup. Oh, the undercover cop. Okay, so they got my boy Eric. I think it's Kofi or Brefa or something like that, playing Lamar. And then they got the Steve Harris guy playing Detective Brian. Now, he runs up on, I liked how they did that. He's actually a cop, but he's actually coaching a baseball team. So Meech, I guess, used to play baseball, walks up on him talking about, man, we trying to play baseball in the park, you know what I mean, but without no shade, and the bleachers and everything is getting super hot up there. And then your boy, you know what I mean, talking to coach, Detective Brown, what you gonna do about the umpire, man? I'm hoping you can handle the umpire for me so that we can go ahead and keep playing. He like, man, that's gonna be hard. So what he does actually pull over, show her some crack, like, man, don't make me plant this on your little boy. Leave them niggas up there at the park alone. And she's super hot at that, so I wonder what other cop they're gonna bring in to actually bring the heat down on Meech and them. That was a little bold move. But we're gonna get there. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what Snoop Dogg is gonna do as the preacher. You know what I mean? They got Eminem coming in as white boy Rick. They're gonna have to make him look younger than them niggas. So I can't wait to see how they do that. And then they got Lala in here. I guess we're gonna see her titties this season. So you know what I mean? We're gonna Everything looks like it was set up nice. I like how they dropped it on the finale with the Power Book 3, you know what I mean, Raising Cain and that debacle. But this one looks like a good setup. I just hope they don't get too silly with it and stay consistent because you got a lot of story to tell. You know what I mean? This, from where they're at now, you could go 3, 4 seasons on these guys' story easy. Do your own research on that. They got, documentaries and everything. They can go 3, 4 seasons on this easy before they even get to some, use the fifth season to actually get them arrested because that's a whole process in itself once that actually goes down. So just tell me what you think about it, man. BMF, man, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm fucking with it. You know what I mean? Just tell me if you disagree or agree. There it is.